Hey guys, this is Grims, and found this little buried treasure game around my room that I haven't seen in years. And most of you are familiar with this title, then I'm sure you've had some pretty good childhood memories with this game, as I did for sure. But if those of you that are new, this is Suikoden. I hope at least I'm pronouncing it right. I've always called it that, but it's basically an RPG game, and it's kind of like you know, you can definitely relate it to Final Fantasy. What other games? Final Fantasy. You know, Breath of Fire. You know, all sorts of RPG games. This definitely, I'd say it's overlooked for sure. But there are plenty of Suikoden games out there. My favorites is would have to be 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and name our character Ryo. But anyways, the story, it pulls you in the more and more you play through it. It's a story about a kid and his dad. It's actually one of the high generals of this one empire, and he actually goes away for a while, and you're kind of left in charge. But since you don't have much experience with the empire, there are some greedy people in the world that kind of take that power away from you. But anyways, I'll just explain a little bit more about the game. Again, it's your turn-based RPG game. You can actually have a party of 6 than the usual traditional party of 3, and that enables you for a lot of variety and attacks and all sorts of goodies. So basically, this is where we just kind of start out, right in the palace. And I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and start this thing. So this is his dad. Again, if you want to read all the subtitles, definitely pause the video, or because I'll just be going along, because I can't really stay for every single subtitle. This video is going to be extremely long. Basically, this is going to be my first time actually meeting the Emperor for the first time. Let's go ahead and there we go. It's actually Emperor Barbarossa, Emperor of the Imperial Army. So we're just seeing here that Ryo's dad, Teo, or Teo, whatever the hell you want to say it, is just kind of getting his original congratulations from the Emperor for doing a good job somewhere. And to the left is actually Court Magician Windy, which we'll be knowing more later on in the game. Let's see. Okay, so as you can see, the dad and the Emperor are quite close enough to the Emperor he gives his own sword, but then basically gives him like another assignment to actually go north of the palace. This is actually called Gregminister. That's what the place is called. So, and then basically I pledged my own allegiance to the Imperial Army as well. So at first things seem kind of good at first, and then of course Windy. Alright, so after that nice little introduction by the Emperor, we can actually go ahead and gonna head back to the house. As with some RPG games, the hero is completely silent. You can relate that to Link from Legend of Zelda. Oh, this is where we actually have to meet our commanding officer, which is gonna basically giving us orders while Teo's away. And this guy looks like a total pedophile. He's actually a complete douchebag. Telling us we can't get any special treatment, thinking that we're going to be basically pampered the entire time. But and of course Teo thinks of him the same way, as he says, "You've been assigned to such a weakling." But anyways, now we go ahead and just walking our way home. Kind of looks like he has me on a leash since I'm following right behind him so close. Okay. This is Gregminister, the town. Nice little place. And then here comes Gremio, the very close bodyguard of the hero you play as. So worried. Yeah, he's big. He's a bit of a worrywart, but but if you guys have the time, you know, definitely read through everything. You know, and soon you'll find yourself submersed in the story a lot more than you expected, and it becomes something definitely great to remember. They have a really great story in this game. So from here on, you can actually interact with some of the other people in the house. But let's go ahead and just get the story going. And this is Ted, which is he's actually his best friend. But he actually holds a very dark secret. So we gotta go to my room and basically tell him everything that happened. Why my room? I'm not sure. It's a little weird. So he wants to join our entourage and basically join us in the assignments that we have to go through. So, gee, I don't know. Of course. Okay. So, basically, I consider this whole part of the game as, you know, the main intro before things start happening. So this is when he actually wants to tell us something, but at the time, we almost get out of him until Gremio starts yelling out our names for supper, and looks like we'll have to hold that off till later. Anyways, so Tio giving his last goodbyes before he leaves for a while, and basically telling everyone to take care of the hero, or me, whatever. Gremio. He's taken care of the hero since he was a baby, which makes him the closest. Cleo and Pawn are kind of like friends. I mean, they don't really explain like how close or how long they've been with Ryo, but it's implied that they've been with his father a lot more than himself. And Ted, of course, is the best friend, but he actually has quite a lot of secrets to the Empire. Okay, so then it kind of fasts forward, and we're actually sleeping here. And then Tio saying his last goodbyes. This game is extremely old. I'm not sure exactly when it came out, but somewhere in the 90s. So, Gremio trying to poke through our drawers and steal our underwear, and we end up waking up. Again, I'll try my best to go by every subtitle, you know. I don't have time for you guys to read it. Alright, so then we basically scoop up pretty much almost everybody. Oh, forgot about Ted. Pretty much everybody in the house to join us to get ready for our first assignment. Now, we have no clue. Now, a couple of things to know about the battle system. Let's go to formation. If you take a look at the next to the number, a little letter going on, S, M, L. L actually stands for long, M medium, S small. That basically means their limitations on the battlefield, like how far they can attack. Small is only on the front lines. They can't attack anybody behind the front lines. Medium is actually both, and long is actually people that have to stay far away in order to attack efficiently. So these guys are actually our range. This is our kind of like our medium damaged characters, and this is actually our heavy hitters. Let's see. So everyone's level 1. Let me get this thing started. So we gotta go talk to the Commander Craze, the pedophile looking fella that was actually gonna give us our first assignment. Should be right here. There he is. Alright. It tells us northeast of Gregminister lies the Magician's Island. Leaknat, whatever the hell. The seer lives there. Now, the thing is, even though he tells us where it is, it doesn't really matter because it automatically gets transferred there. So let's go ahead and fool around with him somewhere on this earth. Although later on in the game, it's absolutely a must that you have to pay attention to where they're telling you where to go, because there aren't waypoints in this game. There aren't like any indicators on the map of where to go. Alright, so we have to go meet up with the Dragon Knight that's actually out front in the barn. And again, you can find yourself completely lost in this game if you don't pay attention to where they tell you to go, which in my opinion makes a game more exciting to play through, because that just means you really have to pay attention to where they're telling you to go. You know, and it just kind of gives you that, oh, okay, well, they're not holding my hand, they're letting me have control over the game mostly. Gee, I was looking forward to your first job. Pawn still wants to kick some ass. But the gang just kind of trying to relax and say, you know, let's just go ahead and get this done. You know, it's our first job. Greymill's like, I'm glad it ain't that dangerous. Kind of like a worried mother. But, you know, and Ted, super excited. Let's go ahead and get to it. So, this is actually just, I think this is where officially the intro ends, and then the game finally starts. So, I think I'll definitely stop it here. Again, if those of you aren't familiar with Suikoden, there is way more content for you guys to see. So, you know, even though it had kind of like a beginning where it didn't really tell you much, you learn along the way, and you grow more attached to these characters and what's happening all around the world. When I first got this game, I was a little kid, and I had no freaking clue what the hell I was doing. I got so uninterested in this game, and I basically just said whatever. But now, you know, I've learned to appreciate what this game really has, and hopefully you guys will too. So join me next time in the next video. I hope you guys do, because this game definitely is a lot of fun. It's one of those overlooked, underestimated games that definitely need a second look to really appreciate an old classic traditional RPG. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Take it easy and have a good one.